Oh, you're so funny. And we're back with Larry Caplan, and we're talking about pruning, and now we've gone from the Japanese maples, which are so beautiful, to another beautiful plant, the crepe myrtle.
The crepe myrtles are a very nice plant. I like them a lot.
They're pretty.
Some of my native plant friends don't care for them much because they're not native to our area, but they do have a useful function in our landscape. They are one of the few plants that will bloom through most of the summer, and they give us some really nice color in the middle of the summer where it's hot. The thing, and as I mentioned with the Japanese maples, there are many types of crepe myrtles. Now, nowadays you can buy these dwarf crepe myrtles that don't get much bigger than 4 or 5 feet. But the standard crepe myrtle is a plant that wants to be a 20-foot tall tree. Now, again, this is just a beautiful crepe.
It is beautiful.
I love them, and it's a multi-stem plant usually. Now, the next picture shows one of the problems, though, is people buy the wrong plant and put it in the wrong location. This is one of the standard crepe myrtles. Again, it's going to get about 15 to 20 feet tall if you allow it, but they put it right in front of their window. They put it under the overhang of their roof. And so then they say, oh my gosh, I've made this mistake. What am I going to do? And so then they do something that we call crepe murder. And if I could show the next picture.
That is crepe murder.
Yeah. The people cut it back to shorten it. Now, you can't do that to a plant because when you cut it back like that, directly underneath every cut, the plant will bud out and send up new shoots. And the next picture shows a great example of that. If you can kind of look in closely, come into your TV. But this tree used to have 5 big trunks that went up and did a beautiful arching. They cut it back, and now we have 100 branches in the same spot. It's unsightly, it's not healthy for the plant. And this is what we call crepe murder.
It really is. So what do we do if we have done this, if we've committed this crime? what can be done?
All right. A lot depends on a lot. One of the things that I would do is if I had a plant that had been crepe murdered, first off, I'd find out from my client, why are you cutting it back? And now if they're cutting it back because it was the wrong plant in the wrong location, it's blocking the window, truly the best thing to do would be to dig it up, get rid of it, and put in a small plant. You don't need me out there pruning. I mean, God knows I'd love the money to prune for you every winter, but you don't need to be doing that. Put the right plant in that fits the spot. Another thing we can do is we can cut this plant off at ground level. Now, I joked about that before with the Japanese maple, but crepe myrtles are marginally hardy in this part of the country, right here in the southern Indiana. And they will often die to the ground when we have a severe cold snap.
Just as we've had, right?
Just as we had. I am expecting to see a lot of very dead crepe myrtles. Now, the tree or the bush itself is not dead, but all the above ground stuff is. But it will come back up from the roots. So what I would recommend is let's take advantage of that. If you had a plant that was too big, let's see if any of it comes back. And this may take until May or even June because crepe myrtles, number one, are slow to leaf out anyway. And if it's been winter killed, we won't really know it until about May or so. So if it has been winter killed, we can cut it back to the ground, and then as the new shoots come back up, we can pinch them and keep them under control, as opposed to waiting for it to get good and woody and then shearing it off.
And that's why you call the expert. Larry Caplan, Happy New Year.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with more lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.